Hi guys, welcome to another Hobby 4 challenge. In today's video I'm going to be very original. I'm going to play the Netherlands. Yes, very original gameplay indeed. Let's go for regular difficulty, historical focuses on and environment mode off, because I value my sanity. And let's start. Let's first research basic machine tools and construction 1. I'm also going to research chaos 1. Let's build one civ in Brabant. Let's go to templates. Let's click this magical button. Dutch East Indies. Infantry Divisi. Copy. It's basically the same as this one. And let's convert all of our infantry to that. Now we have manpower. And let's exercise them. Also I'm going to produce only guns for now. And let's produce like 4 convoys. As for the focus, I'm gonna form new government. Because look at this, we're losing 0.5 political power a day. That's not nice. Let's also take our entire navy and let's send them to Rotterdam and let's merge them. And here comes our navy. It's now merged. Let's now exercise them. We need 5 naval experience. We've got 5 naval experience. Let's stop exercising our navy. Let's now take the 9036 submarine hull and let's give it torpedo tubes 1. Now we've got a pretty cheap submarine. We're gonna produce as many submarines as we can once we're done building this single convoy. And we just formed a new government. We got the new leader, and one painful national spirit is gone. There's 3 left to go. Now let's do Gateway to Europe. RIP Ethiopia, you will be missed. And finally, Gateway to Europe is finished. We can't do any focuses right here for now, so let's instead abandon the gold standard in the meantime. This is gonna make this painful national spirit, the Krisisjaren, a bit less painful. Also in the meantime, I'll have to do these decisions for Gateway to Europe. I'll placate the Germans and they need to have at least 25 points. Each time I do this, Germany gets 5 points, so I'll have to do this 4 times. Let's now research dispersed industry 1. And let's hire captain of industry. Let's placate the Germans again, and for the final time. And we got the construction 1 and CAS. I'm gonna go for construction 2, and let's go for electronic mechanical engineering as well. Also have to start production of CAS. Let's have 3 factories of CAS for now. We abandoned the gold standard, and now this national spirit is a bit less painful. Now we can continue down the focus tree here, and let's give to the Germans. This focus is only 35 days. Also, let's ban communism. We'll have to do it at some point eventually. Now we only have democratic and fascist support, which is going to be very important later on in the game. Because I'm going to show you one trick. And we caved to the Germans. We built a cave to Germany. Just kidding. Let's now do Volk and Vaderland. Kind of ironic doing this focus, while our entire army consists of Indonesians. Let's continue researching engineering. I'm gonna go for mechanical computing now. And Volk and Vaderland is finished. Which means we can now hire a fascist demagogue. We want to get as much fascist support as we can. While the fascist support is growing, let's now do some of these focuses on the left. Let's now continue the public works. Let's now research improved machine tools. Let's build another civ in Brabant. You're telling me there's snow in the Netherlands, but no snow in Denmark. Also there's snow in southern England, but no snow in northern England. Hoi 4 logic. Let's now do the Maas tunnel. Let's now use the research bonus to get dispersed industry 2. I'm not gonna hire anyone for now, I'm gonna save political power for later. And the Maas tunnel is finished. Let's now finish the Noord-Oost Podler. Let's now research trucks. Elections, fascists in government. We're obviously gonna go for rather than the communists. Now we got 42% fascist support. Still we're gonna need way more. We got 20 command power. Let's now hire Adrianus Rudolfus van den Wendt. In short, infantry expert. We want some more army experience. After mechanical computing, let's go for radio. And let's get engineer companies. And we finished finishing the Noord-Oost Polder. Let's now expand Artillerie in Richtingen. This is gonna give us 2 mills. Also, let's open up political discourse. Let's build another civ in Brabant. And the China just happened. And we expanded Artillerie in Richtingen. Let's produce more CAS. And now we can do this focus. This focus is going to remove the Krisisjaren. However, it takes 210 days to finish. And it's kind of a waste of time. And to be honest, debuff of 10% construction speed is not that bad. We can deal with it for now. Instead, I'm going to do some other focuses, which are going to be more useful for now. So let's overturn military budget cuts. This is going to give us 5 army experience, but more importantly, we're going to get 10% base war support, which we currently don't have exactly that much of. And look, we got over 50% fascist support now. However, I'm not going to do anything about it just yet. We researched trucks, but I'm not going to produce them just yet. Let's improve our artillery. After the radio, I'm going to get support weapons 1. And let's build one civ, this time in Holland. I'm not gonna build anything in Friesland just yet. We overturned the military budget cuts. Now let's prepare naval expansion. This is gonna give me 3 naval dockyards. Now we can do some gaming. Let's discredit the government. Now there's 64% fascist support. I'm gonna wait until national referendum pops up eventually. And here we are, fascism on the rise. I'm gonna go for this will blow over. You'll see what am I doing. In the ideal universe we would get fascist assault divisions now, but still it's okay if we don't. Let's improve our guns. We prepared naval expansion. Now we can do some other focus in the meantime. Let's do Philips. We'll do this eventually to get a 4th research slot, so let's do it now. Fascists influence foreign policy. I'm gonna go for the first option, but I'm not gonna click it. I'm just gonna let it auto-click. Also, let's get computing machine. Rip Austria. And here we are, it auto-clicked. We now got almost 75% fascist support. Which means in a couple of days we're gonna get a special event. Fascist March on Holland. This is what we've been waiting for. This means civil war. Why did I go for a civil war? Well, by going for civil war, we're gonna get rid of some very painful national spirits, like shell-shocked spectator of the Great War. Fortunately, we will lose folk and fatherland, but it gets removed in November 1939 anyway. Before the civil war starts, I'm gonna start improving relations with Germany and with Italy. And now we can either go for we will stop them at any cost, which is gonna make us democratic, or we will go the fascist, the true spirit of the Netherlands, which will make us fascist. Obviously, I should go for the fascist option, but keep in mind that we have Indonesian puppet, so by going this way, we're going to lose it. So instead what I'm actually gonna do is, we will stop them at any cost. Now we're democratic, still, with 75% fascist support. All the enemies are fascist, but we have the Indonesian puppet. We got 3 divisions, enemies were supposed to get 5. They got 0 because these are Indonesian divisions and they don't have an Indonesian puppet. What color is your Indonesian puppet? Now we can quickly capitulate them, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. Let's improve the guns. And this time I'll start building some mills. Let's build 3 mills in Holland. And Germany likes me enough. And so does the Italy. Now I'm gonna do the good old land-lease exploit. Let's start production of trucks, trains, support equipment, artillery, and fighters. Now I would land-lease them to Minkukua, however there is one small issue, I'm still democratic. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some fascist victory points, but I'm not gonna capitulate them. It's alright, once we take Utrecht, they're going to capitulate. Oh look, they just spawned a division, let's destroy it right away. We finished Philips' focus. Now, once we take Utrecht, we're gonna end the civil war. However, before we end it, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go here in decisions and let's hold national referendum. And look at this, we're now fascists fighting the fascists. There's one small issue though, if we don't annex them in about 2 days, we're gonna get annexed by them. They're gonna get an event and they're just going to annex us because we're the same ideology and we're fighting a civil war. So while we're still fascist, we got 60% war support, let's go for war economy. Let's also pick the next focus. I'm gonna go for strength over blood. Also we got a generic leader who's also national integralist, which is pretty nice. And now let's start land-leasing Menguko. Bunch of equipment which is never going to arrive. Before they accept, I'm going to deploy all of my CAS. They accepted it, now we got a negative amount of equipment, which means what we're going to do now is ask Italy for equipment, as well as Germany. They both said yes, and now let's just take Utrecht. Dutch Reich took one state, Dutch Reich was annexed. This way we kept our puppet, and we're still fascist. Now let's train a couple more of these Indonesian divisions. I'm going to put another 21 into training. And I'm gonna deploy them in the Holland. Let's also put these guys on the front line with the Belgium like this. And let's exercise them. I'm also gonna give them a general. Let's get dispersed industry free. And now we will have to demobilize our economy. Otherwise we're gonna have protests. Too bad, we're gonna have protests then. I'm not gonna demobilize my economy. You know what, let's just build 1 mill in Holland. The rest will be in Friesland. We didn't build anything in Friesland just yet. Let's just build everything there now. As you can see, we don't have that bad national spirit now. We only got the Krisisjaren, Wilhelmina, and also caved to the Germans. Panay incident in 1938. Isn't that a little bit too early? Also look at this. Germany is still leasing us a little bit of equipment. Let's cancel everything else except for the trains. Same thing with Italy. And now it's asking for everything except for the trains. Look at all this equipment that we're getting, even though we're not in the war anymore. And thanks to the German and Italian equipment, I'm gonna deploy these Indonesian divisions. Dutch army be like Indonesian manpower, Italian guns, German support equipment, trucks and artillery. How is it even Dutch at this point? And strength over blood is finished. Since we got tons of army experience, let's go for the state serves the military. Also, let's start justifying on Albania. I wonder why. And now I can either go for join Germany or the Netherlands first. I'm obviously going to go for the Netherlands first, because even if we go for this focus, we can still join Germany. And on top of that, we also get the ability to create factions and also 10% war support, which is currently exactly what we need in order to stop these strikes. Also, let's fire Fascist demagogue. We don't really need him anymore. He did his job. Let's now go for Army Offense Expert for some more army experience. And finally, let's deploy the last 6 divisions. And you know what? I'm gonna steal some more equipment from Germany and Italy. Also, while Hungary is still a kingdom, let's ask them for military access. Let's now get the 939 guns, and let's give our guys trucks. Also, let's promote this guy to Field Marshal, and let's assign him. And now we got strikes. Yay! This is painful, but it's just gonna last for about 2 weeks. The Netherlands first is finished, which means we now got 51% war support, and the strikes are just magically gone. Now let's do the United Netherlands. This is going to give us 4 goals against both the Belgium and Luxembourg without causing any world tension at all. Let's also improve worker conditions real quick. Let's steal some more Lend-Lease. It's free real estate. And Hungary is now fascist, which means I'm just going to improve relations with them as well. Let's now go for construction 3. Let's stop Lend-Leasing planes to Manguko. That way we can deploy all of them at home. And we got over 500 planes, which is great. Let's also give them orders in the Benelux. And the United Netherlands is finished. I'm not gonna do any focuses right here, they mostly just give me claims and that's it. Who cares about claims, am I right? Let's instead expand research and development facilities for the 4th research slot. And now let's declare war on Belgium. One very important thing, I must not join the Axis. If I do, UK is gonna guarantee anything that I justify against. This way they won't care about us. Anyway, let's steal some more Lend-Lease from Germany, from Italy, and also finally from Hungary. Also I'll stop Lend-Leasing Manguko finally. Now let's do war propaganda against Belgium, we really need that war support. And now I'll have to carefully take their victory points. I must not take either Brussels or Antwerp, they're practically the same. Let's get superior firepower, and look at this, we cut off their 2 largest cities from the rest of the country. Let's take the rest of their country then. Also, I haven't declared war on Luxembourg just yet. Let's take Antwerpen. Now League is their capital. Now I must be very careful not to take Brussels, otherwise I'm gonna fail as a man. Nice, we just destroyed 2 divisions here. Let's keep pushing in Wallonie, and they got 2 nice encirclements here. Let's destroy them, and that's the entire Belgian army removed. Well, except for 1 division, that's probably somewhere in Congo, where their capital is now. But we're gonna let them be for now. We want to get all that war support from war propaganda. And we got the 4th research slot. Let's now finally continue the Zuiderzee works. This is one very long focus, but it's gonna get rid of the Kriesisjaren finally. Also, it adds infrastructure to Friesland and Holland, despite it already being maxed out. Focus as in Hoi 4 being outdated by the new update. Definitely didn't see that before. Let's go for advanced machine tools. Let's go for military police now. Let's actually produce some artillery eventually and some support equipment. As for guns, I don't really need them. I can always ask for help. And finally, the war propaganda is about to be finished. Let's now declare war on Luxembourg and let's just quickly take them. It's important that we take them in about a week or less. Now we took them out. They're gonna capitulate, but they're not gonna be in the peace deal yet. Now we control Luxembourg, Wallonie and Flanders, which means we can repudiate the Treaty of London, making these our core states. Now we can take out Belgium as well. And now in the peace deal I'm just going to take all of Belgium for myself. And also let's take Luxembourg as well. I did this so that I don't lose any building slots in the peace deal. And by not losing any building slots, I didn't lose any factories. We now got 61 factories. However, soon we're gonna have some more. Let's put another army of Indonesian divisions to training. Actually, you know what, let's put another 2. Our justification on Albania will be ready in about a month. Our entire first army is going to have garrison orders in Italy. They're going to garrison victory points, naval bases, as well as airports in all of the Italian core states. Yeah, let's not forget to ask them for military access actually. These 24 divisions are off to go. Let's deploy these 48. And now we've got 72 divisions that are going to go to Italy. Keep in mind, 72 very big divisions, almost 20 weight. I'm also going to deploy all of my planes, and let's make sure that they're supporting the first army. Oh look, I caused a glitch in GUI. Epic. We got the new guns. Let's produce them. Just kidding, we're not gonna produce any guns. Haha, imagine producing your guns. Look, funny number of submarines. Anyway, let's get the new artillery. I still can't join the Axis because if I do, Albania might get guaranteed. And justification for Albania is finished. I'm gonna delay the war a little bit. I want to let my divisions spread around Italy. Also, I completely forgot I got political power. Let's get limited conscription. And let's also go for cavalry expert, more army experience, am I right? Also let's produce some more artillery. I Could also create an agency. Yes, let's go for an agency. And my divisions are almost ready. I should declare war on Albania right away, otherwise they're gonna be annexed by Italy, and I don't want that to happen. So let's go. Before I declare war on them though, let's join the Axis and let's slow down the game. We're gonna wait for only 1 hour. And once we're inside, let's instantly declare war on Albania before they're guaranteed by the Allies. 1 hour later, Italy joins, we are at war with a major country, which means I can quickly justify, and let's justify on Hungary. Now I have to do some micromanagements, especially in the north. Let's move our planes down to Italy, and let's make sure that our CAS is doing actual work. The only major victory point that Italy still controls are Torino, Venice, and also Palermo. I think once we take Palermo, we're gonna win the war. They also have Genoa, and we took Palermo, that's enough. As for Italy, I'm currently not really interested in any of their land, I'm just going to puppet them in all of their states. And now we go from 57 to 93 factories. And let's make 3 armies out of these guys. The first army is gonna go on the German-Hungarian border. Should I go for this? I guess I will. Let's go for this and let's build some infrastructure in Belgium and also the Luxembourg. The second army is gonna go down here. The third army is just gonna stay at home. Also, I'm going to take all the Italian divisions. They got only 1 division, as well as all the Indonesian divisions. I'm gonna send 2 of them in Curaçao. Another 2 will go to our port in Congo. All the remaining 4 are gonna go somewhere in Indonesia. Let's produce some more CAS. Let's go for improved computing machine. And we created the agency. Let's go for localized training centers right away. And justification for Hungary is finished. I'm gonna walk my troops into this province. And right before they walk in, I'm gonna declare war on Hungary. Let's make sure that our planes are here. And just like that, we are inside of Hungary. My entire first army is just gonna sit here for now. And let's do some war propaganda against Hungary. We want to get that juicy war support. We got localized training centers, let's now go for passive defense. Let's hire 1 German operative. And we got the new artillery, let's now improve it and let's produce the new artillery. Also, let's get aircrew surveys. We got passive defense, let's now go for army department, or actually let's go for economist or civilian. And now got Italian divisions. I'm gonna send them to Indonesia. Let's now improve our guns. I completely forgot about Albania. Let's naval invade Albania real quick. Let's just rush their victory points. I'm gonna let Italy take it. We got the military police. Let's now create a garrison template. It's gonna be cavalry divisions with military police, I guess. And let's make it our default garrison template. Now let's improve our guns some more. I think I should start production of anti-air. Let's get like 5 to 10 factories on anti-air actually. And here we are, the Molotov Ribbentrop. The world is about to go up in flames. Le funny number of war support, haha. Anyway, we got economy civilian, which means we can now become a spy master. And let's now go for advanced computing machine. And war propaganda against Hungary is about to be finished. Let's now send half of our army to Pécs and another half to Budapest. Nice encirclement right here, and we finished the Zuiderzee works. Which means that we no longer have the Kriegshjaren. Now we can either develop the Randstaat, or basically the centralization, or develop the Zandstaat, which is basically the hinterlands. I'm gonna develop the Zandstaat, because I'm based. It gives us dispersed industry bonus, and also we can get consumer goods bonus later on. Leo Belgicus continues Zuiderzee works. It will be a modern wonder of the world. And we took Budapest, we also took Pécs, which means Hungary is ours. Let's puppet them. That's gonna be another 10 to 12 more factories. 12 factories as always. Let's go for formation flying. Let's get some more generals. Jan Vos, this guy has a very short name. And let's get an elusive gentleman. We're gonna need him eventually. Now it's time to start preparations for the World War II. I'm gonna send my first army on the French border, as well as the second army. Third army is gonna have fall back line on our coast. We don't really want to lose any of our coast, because there's some focuses which get cancelled once we lose a single province. And now we can get some operatives. I'm gonna go for Otto Skorzeny, because he's German spy. Now it's just build up mills all across the Benelux. And you know what? We're gonna do something very surprising. Let's leave the Axis. And since we got 2 German spies, I'm gonna instantly start building Intel network in Germany. Also, let's keep upgrading our agency. I want to get to that 3rd operative slot. And finally, let's modify this template. Let's make it 7-2, with support artillery, support anti-air, as well as engineer company. Let's also give this template a suitable name. And now we got pretty solid template. And also, since I left the Axis, all of my Italian and Dutch divisions have been spread around the globe. So I have to reorganize them once again. Now this is a bit risky because Germany is justifying against us. And you know what, let's join their faction for a moment. I don't like Germany declaring war on me. Let's just join them for a bit and then we're going to leave. Also, I'll start justifying on France myself. I'm not going to join German war. Alright, now that they have bypassed around Maginot focus, we can once again leave their faction. Haha. And once again, let's build Intel network in Germany. And once again, let's reorganize the Italian and Indonesian divisions. And we reorganize them again. Now we don't have to worry about Germany declaring war on us. However, they still may manually justify on us. Also, we're very low on artillery. Let's produce some more artillery and a bit less gas for now. Also, let's improve our airport in Flanders and also in Luxembourg. Let's also move all of our planes into the Benelux. We have over 2000 gas. They're gonna support us in northern France. We developed the Zandstadt. Let's now go for Friesland agricultural impetus. This is going to give us minus 5% on consumer goods, which is really nice. Let's improve artillery some more. Let's also improve our agency. And justification for France is finished. Unfortunately, I have no artillery. I'm gonna modify my template. Let's replace one artillery battalion with one infantry battalion. Not the most ideal template, but at least we're gonna have enough artillery. Also, one very important thing before I declare war on France. Let's join the Japanese faction, because we have Indonesia and they're going to declare war on us in 1941, so we better avoid that war. And once we're inside, we can now declare war on France, worry-free. Let's give our guys offensive orders, and let's go. 2 full armies with 2000 cast planes hopefully can do some pushes. France seems to be relatively weak. Anyway, it's time to start doing some trolling. I'm gonna send my navy to Western Africa. Also, let's split these 2 divisions into separate army and let's give them naval invasion from here, somewhere in Namibia. We took Paris within a week or so. And rip France. They capitulated to us. Unfortunately, Germany did take one civil province here, but that's okay. Let's clean this mess down here. Turkey. We're not gonna help you out, Turkey. And that's it. The 3rd army is gonna be the garrison army. They're gonna garrison our ports. And now let's build some airports in southern France, and let's move our 1st and 2nd army to the Spanish border. I'm also going to justify on Spain now, and let's produce some convoys now. Let's draw offensive orders into Spain. Also, I could do some war propaganda. Let's do war propaganda against France for now. Also rip these divisions, they got encircled. I guess we're not gonna touch South Africa. Well, in that case, let's move our navy here. Hopefully we can touch at least Canada. Justification for Spain is finished. I'm lacking trucks. Let's produce some trucks. I need some more. Let's acquire war on Spain, and let's justify on Portugal now. And I got a 3rd operative slot now. I'm gonna get another German operative, and now let's have a quiet intel network here. And let's prepare collaboration government with the 2nd and 3rd spy. Friesland agricultural impetus is finished. Let's now do DAF. 4 mills out of nowhere. This is pretty nice focus. And look at all these allied divisions. I'll try to encircle them. A nice encirclement in Barcelona. Oh no, Indonesia is gonna go independent. Well, not just yet. They're just gonna raise their autonomy. Let's get dive bombing in the meantime. Yeah, that's gonna be 3 divisions right here. And another 2, so that's gonna be 5 divisions destroyed. Denmark is taken out. And yeah, look at this. Our focus is cancelled because we don't have full control. We lost 1 single province and our focus is cancelled. Anyway, let's improve our anti-air. Let's also split up these 2 divisions and let's give them naval invasion right here into Nova Scotia. Hopefully we can naval invade into Canada. Let's try to encircle some more allied divisions which came to help Spain. Rip another 2 British divisions, actually 3. And now they're just puppet. It's alright though, they're basically fighting the wars for us. Also, let's go for local police force because we can't keep up with the resistance. We took Madrid. Also, let's get dispersed industry 4, as well as direct ground support. And the Spain is about to be destroyed. We capitulated Spain, let's quickly take out these allied divisions. 1 army should take care of them, while the 2nd army is gonna go on the Portuguese border. And let's declare war on Portugal as well. And they're wreaking havoc down here. Look at how many divisions they have in Gibraltar. Let's just force attack, let's make sure that they don't escape down here. There is about 20 divisions here. Rip. Portugal doesn't look great either. And finally, let's destroy troops in Lisbon. And we took entire Iberia for ourselves. Now we don't have to worry about tungsten anymore. Anyway, let's go for extensive conscription as well as total mobilization. And we finished the DAF. Now we're gonna go for domestic innovation for the 5th resource slot. Let's send 1 army here. 1 army is gonna go to Dunkirk. Also, let's protect our Iberian coast. Time to get delay. Let's see if we can touch Canada by any way, shape or form. 49.8% dominance. Come on. It's 50, but it needs to be over 50. Ah, come on. Just please. Okay, here we go. We're sending naval invasion to Canada. Let's unassign them and make sure that they go there. After this, we're gonna move our navy to Indonesia. Also, for some reason, we control Angola. Well, I guess I'm gonna do some war propaganda against Portugal then. Let's also draw some naval invasion from Indonesia. I'm gonna take these guys and let's give them naval invasion from here to here. Let's also justify on Siam for some more rubber. We want to have rubber monopoly, basically. Let's also produce some more gas. Let's also draw another naval invasion here. I'll try to land in Samoa. We got dispersed industry 4. Let's now rush dispersed industry 5. We're gonna have dispersed industry 5 from year 1943 in 1940. Oh, and I completely forgot. Let's research CAS 2. Our navy has arrived in Indonesia. Let's now give them orders. We got green seas. Let's naval invade with one division right here in British Malaya, just some random province. And once this division is off, let's unassign them and let's put them into another army. Let's also do the same thing with the British Raj. I'm just gonna randomly land here in Burma. Go, 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 unassign, and let's put them into new army. Alright, we landed in British Malaya, which means that British Malaya is gonna be in the peace deal. So will be the British Raj. Let's also land one of these divisions into Australia and Papua. And now Australia is gonna be in the peace deal as well. Kingdom of Greece is justifying against Italy. Seriously? Oh my god, they have a claim on Northern Epirus, that's why. Good luck with that. Anyway, let's finally draw one naval invasion into Samoa. It's owned by New Zealand, so if we land there, New Zealand's gonna be in the peace deal as well. Finally, justification for Siam is finished. Let's declare war on them, and I'm gonna do the same thing with Siam. I'm just gonna land 2 divisions like here. Now we just need one more division to go to Samoa, and here it is. It's going to Samoa. Let's try to naval invade South Africa from Indonesia. It sounds absurd, I know, but it might work. Let's hope this works. These submarines have giant range, so it might even work. Can we get the Green Sea? We can. Nice. Which means I'm literally going to navally invade South Africa from Jakarta. Let's finally move our navy back to English Channel, so that we can do the Sea Lion operation. It's gonna take them some time taking old naval route around Cape Town. Anyway, let's go for taking back our colonies. This is just gonna give me a bunch of claims, which I don't really care about. And look at this, we got divisions in Canada, we got some divisions in Samoa, we can even take Samoa, let's take Apia. Also the collaboration government in Germany is finished. Let's build it one more time, I guess. Bulgaria joins the Axis. I'm having massive supply issues, I'm gonna move my army into the Benelux. I'm actually going to naval invade from there. Here's our navy. Let's move all of our CAS into northern France, and they're naval invading in Iberia. Well, that's not bad. That's gonna distract them a lot. Let's send an entire third army down here. Britain is going to be busy in southeastern Spain, while we're gonna be busy in England. We got almost 4,000 CAS at this point, so that's gonna be an easy win. And just a couple more days until naval invasions are ready. And this was not a big naval invasion. We easily took it out. Anyway, finally it's time. It's time to navally invade Britain. Let's give our guys strike force orders in English Channel, and let's navally invade with the first as well as the second army. How much war participation we got? We got 65%. We can boost this a little bit using the good old trick. So let's cut off the London from the rest of the nation. Oh no, we accidentally took London. You know what? Screw it, let's just go. Let's just take out Britain. Anyway, let's now go for imperial ambitions. And while we're still at war, let's close the economy so that we actually have some resources. Not actually some resources, but tons of resources. Also, let's justify on Ireland. I don't like Ireland existing and United Kingdom not existing. Sorry, just me. And look at the Britain falling apart. Italy claimed Greek territory, but Greece is already claiming Italian territory. Ah yeah, okay. I don't really care. Anyway, we took Wales, which means United Kingdom has no chance anymore. Just as I said, we took Wales, they capitulated. And yes, every single country was touched. Even Canada, even New Zealand, Australia, as well as South Africa. Let's see what we can do in this peace deal. And here's the conclusion of the peace deal. We took 248 states. Germany took 16 states, and we gave Zaolzie to Slovakia. No puppets, just pure annexation. Germany got Western Poland, Denmark, most of Scotland, and for some reason Gloucestershire. I have no idea why they took it. I have no idea why would anyone voluntarily have Gloucestershire. Let's now prepare for war with Ireland. I'm gonna send entire First Army on the Irish border. Let's draw an offensive line, and let's make sure that the CAS is there to support our guys. We got the CAS too. Let's get the new fighters, and let's now produce the new CAS, and let's produce tons of it, like 150 factories or something. And justification for Ireland is finished. Let's declare war on them right away. So I'm just gonna rush their victory points. Germany wants to send us volunteers. How cute. And that's it, we took out Ireland, let's annex them, and now let's prepare for the next big war. Once I finish focus imperial ambitions, besides getting some nice boosts, I'm gonna get claims on northeastern USA and also a war goal against the USA. So let's start preparing for the war against the USA. I'm gonna start by building some airports here, and I guess in British Columbia as well. Let's finally make this template 7.2, and let's also make the Dutch 7.2 template, which is gonna be identical to the Indonesian one. And let's train some of them. We can only train 12 divisions at a time. Well, that's fair. You know what? Let's convert one of these armies from Indonesian to the Dutch template. Let's shift and exercise our army. Let's send the first army here. The second army is also mostly going to be there, while some of them will hold a fallback line at Toronto. And the third army will go on this flat border with Canada. Greece is still justifying against us, but I really doubt they're going to declare war on us. In the meantime, let's also build an airport in Curaçao and British Guiana, and also in Belize, or well, British Honduras. We could do some expansions in Latin America as well. We got dispersed Industry 5 in 1940, by the way. Let's get new anti-air. Let's also deploy the first half of our army in Porto. Half of the fourth army will go to the British Guiana, while the other half is gonna go to Curaçao. We finished Imperial Ambitions. Now we got a war goal against the USA, which I'm going to use a bit later. In the meantime, let's make use of our riches. This is gonna get me another 10% resource gain efficiency. Why not? Also, let's make sure that all of my guys got trucks. Also, I could use some more manpower. Let's go for service by requirement. And finally, let's deploy the remaining half of the 4th army. Also, let's produce more convoys. I don't really need submarines anymore. I'm just going to produce convoys for now. I'm also going to take all the Italian divisions. Their divisions will garrison Canadian ports. Let's stop exercising our army. And let's move the planes from Europe to Canada. Let's get atomic research now. Let's deploy 1000 in British Columbia. Also, let's deploy 500 in Curaçao and 500 in British Guiana. And we finally completed the collaboration government against Germany for a third time. Now we got 100% collaboration in Germany, which is nice. So let's move our spies out of Germany now and let's send them to the USA instead. We want to have some intel network in the USA. Also, let's draw the offensive lines. We will be mainly attacking in the northeastern USA, but later on also in the west coast. Let's deploy the 5th army in Porto, which is the Indonesian army. I'm gonna send this entire army to Belize. Let's improve the port in Belize. Otherwise these guys will take too much attrition. And we finish this focus as well. Let's do the domestic vehicle designs now. Also look at this beauty, 0% consumer goods. And you know what? It's time to declare war on the USA. We called in the Philippines, obviously. I'm talking about Philippines. I could take one Indonesian division, and let's give them naval invasion from Sulawesi to somewhere in the Philippines. We just want them to land. Let's move the navy here as well. Down of the American Union, which consists only of the USA. Also, they're trying to naval invade in Canada. Good luck with that, bro. And now it's time to start making some encirclements in the USA. Let's make sure that CAS is supporting our guys here. Romania joined the Axis. Can we do it? We did it. Let's now take enemies out here. USA has barely about 80 to 90 divisions, so this is already a big hit for them. And here we are, the first victory. They've got almost 100,000 casualties already. Let's build more mills, and let's make another nice encirclement in the USA. Also, let's start justifying against South American nations. I'm gonna first start justifying against Peru. Another nice encirclement here, another 4 divisions, and another 4 here. We took Boston. Let's get the new fighters. Also, let's produce some fighters. Like 15 factories of them, not that much. Just a little bit, only 15 factories. Another solid encirclement right here in the Massachusetts and Connecticut, and the United Mexican States joined the United States, which is nice. We also took New York. My divisions luckily managed to come here in time. However, they're having massive attrition issues. Justification for Peru is finished. Let's now justify on Venezuela, and let's get hunt and destroy. Also, let's make that naval invasion into Philippines so that they get counted in the peace deal. And you know what? Let's just push the USA at this point. They've got 250,000 casualties and only about 60 divisions left. We took out a third of their army. Let's also build airports everywhere we go. And yeah, let's do some war propaganda against them. Let's get Excavation 1 and Excavation 2 for some more resources. And we got domestic vehicle designs. At this point, I don't know what else even to do. Let's appoint new Supreme Commander, why not? Oh no, Indonesia is going independent again. Let's build some infrastructure in Indonesia real quick. And let's delete these divisions which landed in southern Philippines. We took Washington. Oh no, they're now a colony. Yeah, it's okay. Justification for Venezuela is finished. Let's get combat unit destruction. And now I should declare war on Venezuela and Peru, but I just thought about something. USA has that national spirit, home of the free, can join factions led by another ideology. Basically, USA is never going to have a country which is not democratic in their faction, so Venezuela and Peru are not going to join their faction, and Venezuela and Peru might join the Axis. I might end up in the war against Germany, and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna forget about the fascist countries in Latin America for now. Let's instead focus on other countries. I'm gonna start justifying on Guatemala now. They broke our cipher. Oh no, let's stop pushing in the USA for now. Let's build airports in Ohio and Virginia. Also, let's improve worker conditions for some extra stability. And what happened? Yugoslavia has... Oh yeah, Germany took out Yugoslavia. And they let them exist in Macedonia and southern Serbia. Let's lower the autonomy of Dutch East Indies back to the puppet. And you know what, let's send them some convoys. I'm gonna send them 1,000 convoys for now. Justification for Guatemala is finished. Let's justify on Honduras. And let's use these planes in South America to take out Guatemala. Let's declare war on them. And let's send half of the army to Guatemala City. Oh no, they're naval invading in Western Canada. Good luck with that. And we took out Guatemala. And now they're in the peace deal because they're non-aligned and USA didn't want them to be in their faction. So rip Guatemala, they no longer exist. Now that Mexico joined the war, let's make sure this entire army is on the southern Mexican border. Also, let's deploy another 1,000 CAS down here. Let's also ship over half of this army and let's send it to Honduras. Also, let's get military theorist and let's get mobile defense. Justification for Honduras is done. Let's justify on Nicaragua now. At this point, there is no point in really doing anything anymore in the focus tree. Let's just not do any focuses for now. Let's declare war on Honduras and let's smash them with 2,000 CAS. Let's get integrated support. In the meantime, let's do war propaganda against Mexico and Japan declare war on the Philippines, which means we're now fighting together. Let's now attack Nicaragua and let's justify on Costa Rica. Rip Nicaragua. Did they really join the Chinese United Front? No, they didn't. Thank God. Let's annex them. Let's also move our ships to the Caribbean. Let's now justify on Panama and let's declare war on Costa Rica. And Peru just joined the Japanese faction, which means so will the Venezuela, Salvador, and also Dominican Republic. El Salvador joined as well. Let's draw an offensive line in Mexico and let's push them from the south. We got tons of CAS, we should be able to break through here. USA decided to naval invade itself. Let's take out this naval invasion in New England. And let's get regimental combat teams. Oh boy, we're going to take out 13 divisions in southern Mexico. Nice. Justification for Panama is done. Let's attack them. And let's now justify on Colombia. Japan took Manila. Good job, Japan. And Venezuela also joined Japan. So did Dominican Republic. We took the Panama Canal, as well as Panama. Nice. Let's now prepare for fight against Colombia. Time to get battlefield support. And let's finally declare war on Colombia. And let's just rush their victory points. Well, Venezuela is too scared to join the war. Colombia is going to lose this war without losing a single man, it seems. And Colombia capitulated without losing a single soldier. And let's justify on Cuba. These 12 divisions will have a naval invasion onto Jamaica, and from Jamaica onto Cuba. Let's reorganize these front lines a little bit. We should be able to easily push back the USA even further. Justification for Cuba is done. Let's first naval invade Jamaica. Also, let's get ground support integration, and let's lower the autonomy of Indonesia again. Now they're back to being integrated puppet. We got Jamaica, let's build an airport there, and let's move our 12 divisions here. Let's also push into central Mexico again. Rip Philippines. Oh my god, look what happened here. I didn't pay that much attention. Let's produce even more CAS. Also, let's declare war on Cuba. And finally, let's justify on Haiti. Let's deploy some planes here in Jamaica. Also, let's get key point bombing. And let's finally naval invade Cuba. And let's just take Havana. And we took him out. Mexico is almost taken out. Let's make these guys land in Haiti now. And let's declare war on Haiti. The Dominican Republic might steal Haiti from me, but it's okay. We managed to come to Haiti sooner than they did. But they got it somehow. It's alright. Let's finally justify against Ecuador. They're gonna be our last victim. And let's get mechanized offensive. Just a few more provinces and Mexico is going to capitulate. And let's finally improve the brand new artillery for the last time. We took entire east coast of the USA. And Dutch East Indies are again puppet. They improved their autonomy for like 5th time. Once we take Chihuahua City, Mexico will most likely capitulate. Here's the justification for Ecuador. Let's bring over our planes, declare war on them, and let's just rush Quito and Guayaquil. Hopefully Peru doesn't steal Ecuador from me. Alright, they didn't. we got Ecuador for ourselves. And Chihuahua City has fell. Mexico has capitulated and entire belly of the USA is now exposed. Let's push into USA from the south. You know what, let's just end the war, let's take San Diego, Los Angeles, and maybe also San Francisco will be required, and then the war will surely end. We could also take Seattle, let's try that out. And here we are, Seattle has fallen. Is this enough? Yes it is. Here's the peace deal. And here we are, I literally took everything in the peace deal, even taking Philippines away from Japan. God, I'm evil. I'm going to convert all of the Indonesian templates into my template, so I stop using their manpower. Also, let's get centralized fare control. Now they're our integrated puppet again. And you know what? Let's send them like 2,000 convoys. And let's finally annex them. I'm gonna need airports to deploy my massive air force. Let's get naval strike torpedo tactics. And here we are. Finally, we can annex the Dutch East Indies. Dutch East Indies are no more. Now they are the part of the Netherlands. Or, well, Lo Belgicus. Let's put some more divisions into training. We're gonna need tons of them. And let's get strategic destruction. And let's put the armies on the German border. And you know what? Let's not take out Germany just yet. Let's instead justify the Soviet Union. My justification got cancelled because Germany took a state. Well, let's do it again. And justification for the Soviet Union is finished. Let's declare war on them. And now instantly let's ask Germany, Romania, Slovakia, and also Bulgaria for military access. They're all gonna say yes. Now I'm going to leave the Japanese faction. Let's join the Axis. Now we'll basically take out Soviet Union with Germany. I think we should be able to easily take out Soviet Union together with Germany. I'll have to build tons of airports though. Nice encirclement in Crimea, or actually encirclements. Let's try to make another encirclement right here. And look at this beauty. There's a total of 28 divisions in this encirclement. Let's destroy it. So let's draw offensive lines finally, and let's start actually pushing into their territory. Go, go, go. Finally, let's get forward an interception, and now we got all of the air doctrine. And we took Moscow, finally. Still, Soviet Union is far away from capitulation. And we also took Stalingrad. Leningrad has also fell. We reached the Caspian Sea. Let's now take this massive Caucasus encirclement. Time to get forward observers. And finally, we took Baku and entire Caucasus encirclement. The fate of Yugoslavia, what? It's still there. Oh, they're a puppet now. I think now they're gonna be annexed by Bulgaria, because these states have these modifiers. We are already in Uzbekistan. Soviet Union is still surviving somehow. Let's just rush some of their victory points, like Chelyabinsk, Zlatoust, and Sverdlovsk. Also, we got pretty solid war participation of 21%, could have been better, but still, this is good enough. And here we are, we just crossed Ural Mountains, and taking Chelyabinsk and Sverdlovsk is definitely going to be enough. We didn't even need Sverdlovsk. Here's the peace deal. Here's the peace deal. I don't have that many points, so I'll try to steal as much land as I can. And I think I did it. I troll Germany and I'm gonna get tons of Soviet Union. Unfortunately, I'll have to take every single state manually. That's the price. And that's it. We managed to take 3 states more than Germany took. We took exactly half of the states. There's one more thing we need to do. That's to take out Germany. First army is gonna go here. Second army is also going to be right there. The third army will be down here. Fourth army is going to be here. And fifth army is going to be in Albania. I'm not going to fight in eastern Russia against Germany. I'm just going to let them occupy that land. However, we have massive border with them in the east. So they will be spending much of their army in the east occupying our land, while we'll be actually fighting them in the west. Also, Germany has currently 264 divisions. Let's modify our template, let's make it 14-4. Let's not forget to send some armies in Britain, we're gonna be fighting them in Britain as well. Let's get back to building some more airports near German border. And finally, let's leave the Axis once again, and let's now start justifying on some of their allies. I could also justify on Turkey, but it would take forever because they have Ismet. Let's instead justify on, I guess, Bulgaria. So when I think about it, I could order 66 Germany as well. Let's do that, actually. I'm gonna take some Italian templates though, I'm not gonna waste my own manpower. And let's put like 300 of them into training. You know what, let's start lend-leasing China. We want to make sure that China exists. I'm gonna send them 100,000 guns once. Let's deploy the order 66 divisions. And let's give them garrison orders all across Germany and Romania. Also, let's send all of our CAS here. Total of 13,000 CAS. All this CAS is gonna support the Order 66 guys. Second Ljubljana Award. What? I had to make sure that China survives. So let's join the Chinese United Front, and I'm not gonna join the war. I'm just gonna build airports all across China. Also, I'll lend-lease them tons of gas. Hungary claims overlordship, and Germany says no. Well, if they said yes, I would have double puppet Slovakia. And now all the planes we gave to China, they can deploy them because we're building them these massive airports. And justification for Belgium is, for Bulgaria is finally finished. By the way, look at this weird shaped Bulgaria. Look at this Greece. You know what, let's finally declare on Bulgaria and end this madness. Germany is gonna join in, and so is Romania. Germany just joined in, and let's see if Order 66 was actually successful. I don't think it was. Oh, I think it was. Just 3 days and we already control basically everything. Game lags so much. Let's also justify on Switzerland. As you can see, they just capitulated right away. Unfortunately, I didn't quite touch Bulgaria or even Yugoslavia. I quickly called in Italy. I'll try to touch Yugoslavia. Romania has capitulated, so Romania is no longer an issue. Bulgaria is also going to be touched, yes. And we managed to take a province of Yugoslavia as well, which means they were going to be touched in the peace deal as well. Yes, here's the peace deal. The quickest Axis destruction. I'm gonna take everything from... Actually, no, let's give some land to Italy. Yeah, they can have Dalmatia. I'm just simply gonna take everything else for myself. Romania is still out there. We're still fighting Romania, even though the only thing that's left of them is Dobrich. And yeah, they're taken out as well. Let's annex them. That's it. Entire Axis is ours. One more country I want to conquer, though, is Switzerland. 11,000 CAS. We managed to help out China. China is going to live to see another day, which is exactly what we wanted. Why? You'll see in a moment. Also, let's lend-lease a bunch of convoys to Italy. I really want to annex both Italy and also Hungary. It would be really cool if I annex Hungary one day before they proclaim the Greater Hungary. And here we are. Justification for Switzerland is here. Let's destroy them. And finally, let's start justifying on Japan. They're in a major war, which means it takes only 30 days to justify on them. Why am I doing this? I won't be fighting them, don't worry. You'll see why in a moment. Alright, we took out Switzerland. Let's annex them in the peace deal. And now Lend-Lease has arrived, which means let's annex Hungary and Italy. No more puppets. Everything is now the Netherlands. But I want to form EU. However, I can't do that because I'm fascist. And I also can't hire a democratic reformer. So what am I gonna do now? Let me show you one trick. The justification for Japan is just finished. Let's justify them again, this time for the other state. All I'm gonna do is make sure that Sino-Japanese conflict is still going on. Mongolian operative. Let's leave the Chinese faction so that I can actually send them volunteers. I'm gonna send them air volunteers. Once again, justification for Japan is finished. Let's justify for the third state this time. Taiwan. This time Turkish operative. We're so interesting. Well, I mean, we do have over 1,000 factories. At this point, there is no point in playing anymore. I just want to show you one trick. And once again, justification for Japan is finished. And look at this. The first justification has expired. You cannot allow people to accuse Dirk van Helsdinger of cowardice. We now lose 30 political power, 5% war support, which is pretty bad, and 5% popularity of fascism. And guess what? We already got 11% democracy. Where is that 5% gonna go? It's gonna go for democracy. So let's justify on Japan again. At this point, this game became construction simulator. And once again, we cannot allow people to accuse Dirk of cowardice. Now we got 21% democratic support. So let's keep doing this over and over again. And once again, another 5%. Now it's 26. And now it's 31%, 36%, 41%, 46%, 51%, 56%, and finally, last click. And now we got 61% democratic support. So what we can do now is hold national referendum. Fascism defeated. Once again, we are Democratic Netherlands with this guy. And now, what we can do is realize European unity. Just like that, we are now EU. European Union, look at this. The best thing about this is we can actually go back to being fascist. I just realized our fascist guy was also called Dirk. However, we can't go back to being fascist without a civil war. And I don't really feel like fighting in a civil war just now. So yeah, let's end the video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy, like, share and subscribe. Consider joining my Discord. If you got any suggestions, leave a comment. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!